Oh, that thing's there. Welcome in, everybody, to the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for week 23 of what could be the final year of South Park. No, I'm sure it'll go on for a while. Appreciate you guys stopping by. All of you who are here early on Twitch, appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, I really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate that because like 50% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. I'm so close to the goal of 1,000. It only takes 70 more. So please, if you aren't subscribed already, I'd really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and help a brother out. All right, let's go. The next, so for the next all updates, are going to be more streamlined just as a, just not necessity necessarily, but like there won't be, forum posts or anything like that anymore. So I'm going to try to see if I can come up with something similar. I'm not sure if the forums will stay alive and then people might still be posting about it. Maybe we could go to... maybe we could go to Discord. Maybe we could go to Reddit. Maybe I could just, take more time to like curate some comments and then just like specifically talk about certain things. But I'd like for the update to still be a little bit, longer than just, because otherwise it would literally just be last week's games, a couple of them, which I already have all of those on YouTube. So it's like kind of redundant, but then I shoutcast them, but then also, the weekly update and stuff like that, it'll be in-game, won't it? So like as far as like what events and stuff like that are coming, so it'll be in-game. Yeah. Big Murph this week and then Slave next week. Okay, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's pretty much all you really need to know is which people are they gonna do the same thing with challenge mode, where each challenge mode now is going to have like one certain card that you get at each of the tiers, so that if you want to grind out that certain card, you could just play that challenge mode more. Pick the dumbest comment and we can roast them. Yeah, I could figure something out like that. So yeah, maybe I could go on to Discords, go on to Reddit is probably a good idea. I don't think really people talk about South Park on Twitter, but yeah, we'll expand it a little bit. And I also have a setup actually, where you guys can actually join into the conversation. You scan that QR code and your video will literally pop up right here. I don't have that quite set up yet, but we might do some, maybe you guys pop in with a question real quick. You're like, hey, yo, what does your feet smell like, or something like that. And then I answer the question, then we go from there. But that could be fun. See a couple of your ugly mugs. But the thing I'm having a problem with is like, I don't really have any fail safes for like somebody could just open their video just on their asshole, and I don't really have any way to prevent that. So I'm trying to figure out how to maybe safeguard a bit. But let's get started and let's look at the games from last week. We're not going to look at all of them. Obviously, we never look at all of them, but we try to look at the ones that either just had a reason to be interesting, whether it was just like good play or, a funny moment or something like, or just like I just beat the shit out of them and it showed you like exactly how to play the deck. Yeah, that was that was reverse psychology. I definitely want your asshole. I definitely want that picture. All right, so we have the adventure lock here. This week was all about the Goth Kids, or a lot of teams went Michael, Pete, and Manbear Pig. So you'll see a little bit of both for me. Free-to-play Whales went full Goth, but then Dire Tide went Manbear Pig. And 2 of my accounts were in Dire Tide because they had higher level Manbear Pig. So it just made sense. All right. Oh, I see you got my video. What's up, Ligature Marks? So the ink in here could be good against the Timmy if it goes out. Right now, we're just kind of waiting to get the Henrietta. We have a level 3 Henrietta. Nicely done here. We get the Pete out. Pete will actually stay alive for quite some time against that Slave. This is interesting. And with the Stand the Great, I should have waited actually until he played another card or until Jimmy got close enough to hit Michael there actually. But the heal is actually doing pretty well to keep them alive. I could ink in right here, But I'm actually, there you go. Oh, that's good. That's good. Keep the Michael alive, and we get, we got the Chaos before he's stunned. That's hilarious. Then the Satan comes out, but we get the Goth Kids. The Professor Chaos here. No, I like the Furkle just to slow him down. Let us deal with that riffraff. Poison doesn't do anything. You can't poison the Goth Kids. This guy didn't practice very much. Well played. Well played. Furkle getting my homie stacked. Level 3 Henrietta doing just fine. Yeah, Critters was actually a lot of fun for sure. Now we have Furkle surviving from the hits. He heals 123 per hit. That's pretty brutal. Then he's going to respawn and be right there again. Murph this week was actually a goddamn nightmare, dude. 3,000 HP for 5 costs. Like, that's crazy good. We're doing a lot of damage to the Henrietta, which is great. Somebody's hit New Kid. I don't know who hit New Kid right there. I think Furkle maybe hit New Kid. That was kind of weird, though. But that plus 128 Pete just living the dream. And we had an incredible counter. Even if he did have some cards out, that was a game over. That was a game over indeed. All right, now we got KCB, Caffeinated Crab. A name I recognize, so probably a pretty decent player. 69, 67 isn't that bad right now. It's pretty early in the season, so that's probably like an 8K player probably. KCB is Coon Death Squad. What does KCB stand for? Kentucky Fried Chicken? Medicinal KCB? I don't even know. All right, we're going to go Pete. Okay, interesting. We're going to go Pete. Now we have Michael to put in front of Pete whenever he plays somebody. Perfect. 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 Chaos versus Chaos is almost always a good counter play. All right, this is interesting. We don't have anything to break the slave heal right now unless the Chaos gets through. But no, the Stan the Great's going to stop us. No, we already broke it, and actually Catapult broke through. Must have been a combination of Timmy and Pete that did it, maybe? I don't know. But that heal on the Michael, you can see that Michael Pete is a pretty good combo, just them by themselves. The Man-Bear Pig comes out. Pete's going to keep himself alive for a while, but this Man-Bear Pig doing some pretty good damage, but we're staying alive here. We're just going to slow play, get the Man-Bear Pig on our side. Slave is actually a pretty good counter to the Man-Bear Pig, and Stan the Great is actually dealing with all of these rats up here. This is great. Well done. So Slave is actually a really good Man-Bear Pig counter. He can't break the Slave heal it's really difficult for him to break the Slave heal. Ooh, interesting. He's probably going to use the Critters too soon here and take too much health from the Man-Bear Pig, but we'll see. We will see. It'll give him a lot of health. So that's not terrible. I should have waited and gotten that on the Critters too. But as you can see, they're not breaking the Slave, so I'm not really worried right here. So we're going to go ahead and drop our Man-Bear Pig. This is right around the time when he should use his ability. All right, well done. But that's 113 damage. He is breaking the Slave, but we're able to deal with him here. No, he switched targets and one shot. No, he didn't. I thought he was going to attack the Chaos. I could have purified there, but there's just no reason to. Easy. We got the Satan possibly coming here. Or was it... What was the choices? Satan Incan? Is that what it was? I think it was Satan Incan. Alright, so this game, this is from a pay-to-win whale, which could be a potentially stacked account. But just, on this game, keep in mind the final cycle, the last few cycles that happen, and just watch what cards happen. It's pretty funny. Excited for Fall Guys coming to Switch. Is that next week? All right. We'll definitely be playing more Fall Guys on stream. So Tuesdays, and then maybe on Mondays, now that the updates will be sooner, we'll play some games after the update on Monday. And we'll be able to, have some fun. Maybe Mondays will be like community day where we play Fall Guys and stuff. You have to give you time to get good. Well, I mean, as long as we play with Akuma, you don't really have to be that good. So this isn't great for me. It's not bad either. I dropped the Chaos just to break through the Slave. Otherwise, he was just going to eat us alive. The Stan the Great, still alive and just doing incredible damage or damage reduction rather. The Stand the Great, if you're watching, still alive. We're gonna go ahead and hit him with that Purify, and the Stand the Great hits it again, removes any Furkle extra attack that there might have been, and this Stand the Great is just still alive because the Pete is attacking the Slave. And one more time, the Stand the Great level 7 that had a sliver of health got 3 abilities off. And that is why Stand the Great is the better choice than Friar this week. Friar just didn't have it. Stand the Great was an incredible pick. Incredible pick. We decided to purify just the Pete to keep him alive. I could have maybe gotten the Michael there too, but they're going to heal each other anyway. The Catapult Timmy taking shit out. The Furkle, it should be the Cox coming in to roost here. What's up, Spit Rage? Welcome back. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nice. Nice. There's actually, I'm sure there's videos online if you just look up like tips for each map, and they'll show you like shortcuts on the maps and stuff like that so that you come in and you're not like a complete noob as far as that type of stuff goes. So yeah, I'd watch like a beginner video for it and get a feel for a few of the maps. All right, Murph lead, pretty good. Pretty good. Murph can get onto New Kid and potentially just take the bar. But you'll see that we actually want him to do that here, and you'll see why. So we're going to go ahead and put the Catapult, or put the Slave out there so the Catapult can't hit our New Kid. We're going to go ahead and put the Stand the Great out so that Murph does less damage. Now we're just kind of slow playing. We could play the Rats to clear him out sooner, but it's a level 5, and I'm actually not worried about the damage that he's going to do to my New Kid, especially when we can Stand the Great just in case he gets an extra one off. So we're in good shape now. The Slave is going to take all this damage. Our Timmy is going to do a big amount of damage here. And our Stand the Great is going to be alive. So he could super fight here, but that wouldn't really help him. So we're going to go ahead and hit that Michael. So that's going to be easy removal of the Michael. But obviously the Goth's going to come back. But the Slave coming through. We're going to have a really good chance at getting inking on everybody here. We're going to slow play the Manberry Pig behind our New Kid probably. No, we're going to play behind the Witch. Ooh, this is good. That was a good hit too. I'm liking this. The Chaos doing good work. Nicely done on his part there. I actually don't hate that. We're just going to slow play here. Pete and Michael. All right, we got what we needed. Stand the Great out. Stand the Great out. Come on. Nope. I'm deciding to do the inking. I don't hate that. Do the inking right after the Psalm Blast. Or the 6 element rain. Not 6. God damn it. All this stuff starts with an S. The Stand the Great. The Pete, though, gets a bar. Too bad. Too bad, but I'm not too worried. We got Pete and Inkin on the backside. Doing a good job. Not too worried here. Satan could come out. It might be a problem. But we know that he's got... Okay, there we go. Not bad, not bad. We're still in good shape, though. That kind of puts him in bad position, if you ask me, actually. 6 energy, tank in. Most people will try to lead into it. And he's just going to push energy into me, and I'm going to be able to counter. Yeah, name a more iconic duo, I dare you. All right, so here is where we actually have a little bit of a problem. Because the Murph can get right to our New Kid, right? So we do a little fancy shenagling, and we actually make it so that Murph's ability doesn't go off. So he doesn't go towards New Kid. He gets stunned, and he doesn't attack the Chaos either. So that's a little bit of a little pro play there. Pro play. Propane. There's a super fart for him. Do you see that super fart? Do you see that super fart? Watch this. Stand the Great. Purify. Super fart again. Hilarious. I could have tried for the final bar, but I didn't think I was going to get it. All right, now this game, pay attention to the Manbear Pig at the end and how the Manbear Pig behaves, and understand that when they changed Manbear Pig's AoE to make him have to go closer but still hits behind, that actually is the primary reason why Manbear Pig was able to do what he did. So we'll just watch and you'll see what I mean. So inking for the slave, I don't hate it. Inking for the Timmy, we're just kind of testing that. It'd be nice to get the Pete so that Michael would stay alive against this guy. That's pretty good. We break the heal with that? No, we don't. All the rats will actually not do any damage here. So the rats are just going to sit there and die. And so we're going to go ahead and deal with the slave. I'm liking this. Slave getting killed by the chaos. Stand the Great ready. Ooh, no purify, but we do remove all the damage available. We're just going to ink in the Timmy here. We almost got rid of the ability, but not quite. Now, we could have purified the Michael here. Nope. Didn't have a chance. The Man-Bear Pig comes out, though. So good thing we didn't spend any energy because we needed that for the defense of the Man-Bear Pig. Obviously, we're going to just play our slave once New Kid starts hitting the Man-Bear Pig. That's an important distinction. Ooh, the Starvey Marvy. I could have used Super Fart there, and it might have knocked Starvin' Marvin back far enough. But I wasn't sure. And New Kid would have ended up started hitting Man-Bear Pig, so like Marvin would have taken the bar anyway. So now I'm just building up my counter push. Not too worried about the fact that Marvin just took the bar. I'm gonna put Timmy in the corner. Stand the Great coming into us. Not too bad. It could be worse for sure. New Kid does not get hit by Stand the Great, so New Kid takes that out. We're gonna go ahead and slow everything here. Nicely done. We're gonna stun him. Gonna go ahead and wait. We don't need to use these abilities here, so there's no reason to use those, the Timmy or the slow or anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and drop the rats because we don't believe he's got super fart. The Timmy comes out just in time to break the slave heal. The rats take the bar. Slave doesn't get broken by the hit, but the Satan is there. Now we do Michael into Pete. We're going balls deep here. We're going to go. I should have played that a little higher. I would have killed the rats too. But we're not worried because we knew that the Starvin' Marvin was coming. He's going to waste that energy. And we can inkin him to death. We get one of the cocks too. Now it's all about getting these rats out. We know he doesn't have the super fart. So the Pete comes in. Ooh, the Man-Bear Pig defense. But the Pete on the top side, this is actually going to be enough value. The Man-Bear Pig's going to fuck off. The Pete should kill the Chaos. It might be close. He might not have healed enough. Oh, he does. Wait. Oh, no. Chaos didn't get two-shot. If Chaos would have gotten two-shot, it would have been fine. Now we're just rolling it. We're slow rolling it. He's honestly got bad position here. We got our Stand the Great to counter his. Timmy going to use this because his attack wouldn't have mattered. We purify the backline that he was expecting to die to the AQR. We take the ability away and we deal with the rats with the super fart. Going to go ahead and wait for that Stand the Great. Stand the Great comes out, so we do the rats. The rats will die to the Man-Bear Pig. No, Man-Bear Pig is going to get taken out before that. Everything's working out here. Michael on the top side. The Man-Bear Pig closing in on the New Kid. Now, watch this. Oops, I just accidentally restarted. But watch this. When Man-Bear Pig... Oh, shit. No, that was the wrong one. That was the one I went to. When Man-Bear Pig walks towards Slave here, he has to get closer to Slave than he had before. And when he attacks him, he hits New Kid. Actually, in fact, Man-Bear Pig might just be attacking New Kid there. He might have just targeted New Kid, actually. Because watch the rat. The one rat is attacking Slave, which makes Man-Bear Pig path just slightly upward right there. And I think he's just hitting New Kid straight up. Because I think if he was hitting Slave, maybe he'd turn down. I don't know. Either way. Either way. Poor guy. Poor guy. All right, next we got Angus No Bull. Angus beef. It's what's for dinner. That's a funny comment, Florida man. Yeah, Florida. A bunch of you guys are going to be able to play it because you got Switches, huh? Is it only coming to Switch or is it coming to Xbox too? Or is it already in Xbox? I don't know. General Disarray, welcome back. Appreciate you dropping the units into Stream Raid, man. I notice them. I see them. I see them. All right, we're going to do a really, really big damage reduction here. the slow and the stand the great pretty good. The critters might kill. If he plays the critters, he's killing slave, which is really fucking dumb. Okay, he gets 1 rat from the critters. I don't hate that. We're going to put the Pete out just so that Michael heals himself. The stand the great, still killing it though. Might get 1 off. I'm just slamming it in case he can. Yes, he gets the 1 hit off. Not able to get the slow off, but the stand the great is not getting hit by those rats at all. Now we're in good shape. We're going to be able to clear the slave here, maybe. Stand the great gets another 1 off. Stand the great is just a bonkers good card. He misses the Pete. The Pete's going to be able to heal himself up here. How long? Ooh, almost enough if it wouldn't have been for that blast. But we do get the Pete. We missed the Michael, though. Keep in mind, but we do have that level 5 Henrietta. So we should be able to push right through here because Henrietta is going to keep herself alive. Now we got to wait for that Furkle on the top side to deal with... Ooh, we got the level 3 Starvin' Marvin. Why would you not upgrade your Starvin' Marvin, dude? If that was a level 6 Starvin' Marvin, he probably would have killed me. No, actually, no. My Pete started hitting him. So the Super Fart knocks him back. Well done. Furkle is getting hit and healed because of this Pete. Well done. Well done. And that Furkle against the new kid is actually undefeated. Well done. All right, this is good too. We're going to wait for his... No, we're just going to go for it because we figured he's low on energy after dropping the witch at that standpoint. This is looking good. We could purify the slow, but that's kind of wasted because we could potentially get super farted. Exactly. Now the Timmy comes out a little bit behind. Okay, I like this. I like this. We're going to put the Michael out. And that Pete is actually still alive from that first push where Michael was with him. So that Pete has survived a very long time. There's going to be a big blast onto the new kid and that Stan the Great getting taken out. Actually might have gotten killed by the critter. No, he didn't play the critters. But we got that Furkle on the bottom side. The Satan comes out. Well done. But he kills the Satan. He kills the Satan. And Furkle goes on the bottom side. Oh, no. Pete should be 3 cost. I don't think so. I think 4 cost is right for him. He's pretty brutal. Like, if he gets a couple stacks and then, like, gets onto New Kid, some cards can't kill him. You know what I mean? He out-heals some cards. So I think 4 is pretty good for him. Having it be 5, 4, 3, 2 is pretty... It makes sense. If Furkle was 3, I would call shenanigans. The Michael comes back perfectly with the Henrietta. We can drop the Furkle. See what I mean here? See how much he heals and he gets the damage onto the new kid? Look at that. It's crazy. He could have killed me there. What up, Black Star? Welcome in. All right, now we're in good shape. We got the Stand the Great in the corner, which I think is one of the best plays in Team Wars because it's just crazy the amount of damage. I was waiting for one more card to play, but the Michael comes back. Does not get stunned by the chaos. Incredible play there. Henrietta getting a +2 hundo heal every time she hits. That's incredible. Well done there. Resetting. Stand the Great ability used. Nice. Stand the Great getting just so much value this week. Doesn't get the hit off on the Furkle, but we can just tell our Furkle to fuck off, honestly. And our 114, that's what we scored. You actually can't freeze Goth Kids, but even if you did, I would have purified it. But fun fact, you can't freeze the Goth Kids. All right, 2 more games left. We got the Mexican. Sean Brawler from the Mexican. We got that Michael lead. Oh, we got the Manbear Pig lead. Luckily, we had our Manbear Pig. A Manbear Pig lead is actually one of the few plays that can potentially win you a game against someone where you normally wouldn't beat them because you could get lucky, they can't defend, and Manbear Pig gets onto New Kid, and that can be game over. So this is interesting. The Starvin' Marvin comes out. We're not going to worry about the Starvin' Marvin, actually. We're just going to use the Stand the Great to lower the damage that he's going to have. We're going to wait till the Stand the Great is done. Then we're going to slow the Starvin' Marvin to even further reduce the damage that he's going to do. Now we take him out, and then we use the Stand the Great again on him. Well done. And now we got our Manbear Pig almost half health, a little over half health. Coming at New Kid. Even if Stan the Great can't kill the slave is slowed now. Stan the Great will not die to this slave very soon. And a level 4 slave, a level 4 Manbear Pig might be able to break the slave. It was a pretty good play on his part. He had pretty good defense. Oh, he's able to save it. Can we get the heal? Pete, heal up. There we go, Pete. Oh, no. Pete didn't get much heal. Going to go ahead and drop the Michael. Can Pete come back? No, Pete dies to the chaos. 29 health later, and we don't have Inkin. Oh, no. What's going to happen? New kid taking out the chaos. Good for us because we got nothing. We got nothing. Okay, this is interesting. He might have just played himself out of the game. Yes, he did. The only chance he had if that slave was going to survive. And unfortunately, he blew it, and he actually didn't get enough of an attack boost to even kill the slave's heal. So that was potentially the worst Critters play of all time. That was just incredibly embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Someone say that in chat, please. Somebody say that was embarrassing, please. I'd appreciate the assist. Just somebody say that was embarrassing. Embarrassing. I don't even care if you spell it wrong. Just fucking put embarrassing down. Don't say what a dummy. Say that was embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. Nice. Fucking embarrassing. All right, one last game from Moody Buckethead. We got Red Hammer. You did Sea Urchin spelled it wrong, she spelled it correctly incorrect. I have it checked for embarrassed with one R because that's the most common misspelling. All right, we got the rats. It could be super farted, but at this stage of the game, super fart wouldn't really matter that much. We're going to try to get the slave heal killed by the Timmy Blast, which is one of the few things that can actually break the slave heal. Satan, Inkin, Professor Chaos, and the Timmy. We do a little bit of damage. We drop that Timmy Blast. Can we get the heal? Looks like we're going to get it. Yes, we did. We broke the heal. Well done. The Timmy is actually completely worthless down there. Not Jimmy the Timmy, excuse me. No, not Jimmy the Timmy. Not Timmy the Jimmy. The Jimmy. Jimmy was absolutely worthless here. Gonna slow play against my slave, but actually not do anything. So that's interesting. We're gonna go ahead and wait there. The Professor Chaos might have gotten hit by the Timmy there, so we didn't want to play that. We're gonna go ahead and just play the Satan here. I could have timed that a little better to hit the Friar, but I actually didn't want to hit the Friar. I wanted these guys on this left side here against the push because I want to build a bigger push. Because potentially he's going to Satan into me as well, right? So he could be building the Goth Kid push, which is pretty good for him at this stage. Dumb to play it mid like that. If he would have waited and gotten the Goth Kids on my push on the backside, like maybe it would have been in a little bit more trouble. But at this point, I am not worried at all. We have triple tanks, and we can just drop them mid. And on top of that, Stan the Great is going to be helping us out the whole time, keeping that damage low. And that went out on everybody except for Furkel. This is great. So he did break the slave, which is good for him. But we're just going to go ahead and deal with the Henrietta here. And don't forget the Stan the Great impacting the global fight and taking a bar. And if you thought fucking Friar was the choice when Stan the Great can take a bar and protect the push, you're just an absolute dummy, man. If your team went Friar, they're dumb. And you guys should join the fucking Pirate Coalition because that's a terrible fucking choice. Stan the Great, literally, I don't think it's even close. Stan the Great, literally, the best common in the game. I don't think there's another option that's better. Name a common that's better. You can't. You fucking can't. Friar is solid, yes. He's good card now, 100%. I agree completely. He's not anywhere near the same level as Stan the Great. They're not like Stan the Great is S+. Friar is still a B. You know what I'm saying? Friar is not no A. You know, he doesn't do enough damage to be that good. But anyway, that was a pretty good week this week. Illuminati did beat Free to Play Whales by 1 point this week, which is unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. We had 43 114s, and we just had one person that got a disconnect and ended up getting a 47, and that lost the game for. And they still only won by 1. So I have a feeling that Here's the question, guys. What's gonna die first? The game or Illuminati? Take bets. Take the bets. Which one is it? Because we're much better set up for longevity, baby. And they're a bunch of pussies, so they probably already quit. And I'm hoping that little clip gets to them so that they keep playing out of spite, because it won't be any fun if our teams are number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know what I'm saying? DT to 4, exactly, dude. But like I said, it won't be any fun if we're 1, 2, 3, and 4. Us, honestly, the worst thing for the game would be free to play taking back first place and just run and train on every one of Illuminati's teams. That would be the worst thing for the game. The best thing for the game would be competition continuing. But I'm thinking that as people start to quit, that 250 teams in gold start to kind of disappear. All of a sudden, gold feels a little bit more like platinum, and as the game starts to die, it becomes its best state, which is going to be fun. I'm excited for it. Complete Chaos and Jimmy, welcome in. What did you guys just get done doing? Huh? You're supposed to leave the bathroom at different times, not fucking come back into the party at the same time. The fuck, were you not in college? What's up, guys? Welcome in. We're gonna go through the deck choices for next week, and this is actually, oh Jesus Christ, it's ginormous. This is actually a new deck choice. This isn't a repeat. This is not a repeat. All right. So I'm actually looking at this for the first time. So this is going to be a first take. So it's not going to be necessarily the greatest thing ever. That's rude that you call your wife dinner. That's rude. Dinner maker. Excuse me. All right. So Sizzler versus Shield Maiden. Ooh, fuck me. That might be like one of the hardest choices in Team Wars, is that choice right there. Because there's no situational aspects of it. You can play pretty much both cards at pretty much any time. Sizzler and Frontier. Sizzler could get Cyborged and you could lose. Sizzler doesn't get boosted by Mackie. Oh. Easy choice. Shield Maiden, absolutely. Why? Because Shield Maiden plus Stan the Great plus Drow Elves is an unbeatable fucking push. So that is absolutely the fucking pick. Sizzler, usually a part of that push typically, and a very good card, but when you got Shield Maiden, Stan the Great, and the Drow, I mean, when you can combo those together, they can't fucking touch you. You could have Sizzler attacking Shield Maiden for 15 seconds, and Shield's gonna fucking survive. That's gonna be incredible. That's gonna be incredible. So I'm gonna pick Shield Maiden all day long. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can run Chaos if I want. I'll run Chaos if I want to stun, right? Shield Maiden. The tower, yes, easily. Arrow Tower, even at low level, it's worth it. It's worth it. Even at low level, it's worth it. We just saw all of Glan's brain cells work to get the card names right. Dude, I fucking did a great job. I didn't mess any up. Inkin versus Mecha. Just kidding. I'm a genius. I'm a comedic genius. Inkin versus Medusa. Inkin kills Drow. That's pretty much you gotta go Inkin, because Inkin's one of the only things that's gonna allow you to push through the Stan the Great, Drow, Shield Maiden, that kind of push, because Inkin will do that damage regardless, right? You don't want to get the ability Drowed, but like if you kill Drow with Inkin, that's good enough. Like even if you miss everything else, it doesn't really matter. Like that's your goal, is to just kill the Drow. So I would say Inkin's the choice for that reason and that reason alone. Medusa, not a bad card. In this situation, like Medusa could slow down the... Oh shit. Scuzzlebutt? Oh yeah. Scuzzlebutt. Imagine Scuzzlebutt dying and then hitting Drow plus Shield Maiden plus Stan the Great. That's fucking game over. That's win condition right there. Towers there as well for cycle, and I mean plus 8 times 8 damage, even level 3, it's okay. Yeah. Mackey's the choice here. Terrence and Phillip just give Incan more value, and Mackey gets the Frontier boost, which would Frontier probably be the choice? Yeah, you're never gonna Pope something good. There's too many 3 costs. You're gonna Pope Shield Maiden, Stan, Chaos, Drow. Like, you lose the game if you Pope and you get Drow at the wrong time. So that I don't think that's worth the potential swing of like Poping Scuzzlebutt or something like that. I don't think that's worth the swing of potentially fucking up when Frontier is a very solid card, especially when you have 1, 2, 3 fighters, which is pretty good for him. Scuzzlebutt's a tank, right? Yeah. So I like the Frontier. Also 3 cost range card, just good to have. Murph is the choice here. Murph is incredible for 5 cost, 3k health. Very good. So Murph is the choice. Stan the Great's the choice. Drow's the choice. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, you could slide these towers onto level 14 new kid and take all 3 bars. Okay. No, you can't. No, you can't, because everybody's tower is going to be at like level 4. So, no, you can't. Level 3 probably, actually. So, no, you can't. But if tower was level 5, level 6, you could definitely do that. That'd be scary. I mean, it's worth it. Is there anything? Ooh. Poison, though. Poison level 7 kills Drow. Ooh. Poison potentially kills like a Cyborg or something stupid like that. Dude, 7 poison might be game changer. So like I think 7, if you're at a higher level, poison's going to be your choice, because poison can potentially deal with Drow. If you are at a lower level, you're probably going to want to go double tower. It's going to be just bullshit to deal with. Scuzzlebutt's the choice. Whoops. Scuzzlebutt's the choice here. I knocked my speaker over. PC Principle is just not very good, and Scuzzlebutt after his boost might be the best tank in the game. Actually, like you could make an argument for Henrietta. What other tanks are there? Tanks kind of suck in this game. You could still make an argument Zen's a good tank. You just don't see him very much anymore. Which is weird, because like the game's so slow and shit. You'd think that there'd be more Zens. But I think there's so much stuff just does so much damage that Zen's not as good as it used to be. Professor Chaos is the choice here. You could stun the Sizzler. You could deal with the rats that are coming. You could maybe reach back and kill the drow that didn't die to poison or something like that. So I think there's more choices there. Or more options there with the Chaos. And obviously, Cyborg is countered by the rats, Cyborg countered by the Chaos, Cyborg countered by poison, pigeons, a lot of stuff. What's up, Savage? 6 poison deals with 6 drow. No, not max. Base 6? Maybe. Maybe. But not max 6. He'll have like 20 something health. It's very close, but he'll have a little bit. And then 7 kills him. I think 7 kills him quite handily, actually. Poison kills Call Girl. Level 6, though. And then rats are going to probably be the choice just because Sally's just kind of bad. The rats are going to be there if you fuck up the Cyborg. Just, I would say be careful playing the rats before you put Scuzzlebutt out. You don't really want the rats to get the Scuzzlebutt boost. Ideally, I would say the chain of events for the game would be... leading the rats, that wouldn't actually be terrible. And then otherwise leading tower, just starting with the tower is going to give you an advantage. If the enemy doesn't also have a tower, that you're going to be at an advantage. And then I would say Murph or Scuzzlebutt, you get them out. Murph, you don't use his ability to get to New Kid. Then after you get Scuzzlebutt out, the first thing I would say to try to get out is... I would say Drow is actually going to be one of the last things you want out, because you don't want Drow to be protecting Scuzzle necessarily. You kind of want Scuzzle to die when you want Scuzzle to die, right? So you can, and you want to protect Drow from, being poisoned or inkened or whatever, right? So I would say you do Scuzzle midline or behind your New Kid to lead. Even if they have a tower, Scuzzle's a good counter to that, because you want Scuzzle to die. So if he's taking all the tower hits, it's no big deal. Then you get Stan the Great in the corner. Or no, actually, I would say Stan the Great, or you could get Shield Maiden next to Scuzzlebutt would probably be fine. Stan the Great in the corner, and then you get Drow right before Scuzzle's about to die. You try to get Drow out. And if they're smart, they'll try to kill Shield Maiden and some other things before they do this. But if you do it well, if you get the Scuzzle on, even if it's just on Drow or whatever, you'll probably be able to, with the Mackie and some of the other stuff you'll have at your disposal, you should be able to turn that around. And then before you know it, you'll be cycled back to the Call Girl, especially if you have a tower out. So that's what I would try to do. Might be, it might be kind of dangerous to play both the tanks at once. So maybe you'd try to stagger that. Don't play Murph and Scuzzlebutt, because if Murph gets Scuzzlebutt boost, it doesn't really matter. It's just extra health, no big deal. So you really want the Scuzzlebutt to get on Stan the Great, Drow, or Shield Maiden. Those are the main 3. Also would be potentially good is Chaos. Chaos with a bunch of health would just fuck shit up. I don't know if Scuzzle can hit towers. I don't think he can, so there's no worry there. Getting it on Inken wouldn't be bad. Inken with a lot of health is pretty good. Mackie wouldn't be terrible, but I would say it's not good on Murph. It wouldn't be good on Rats, or it's not really even good on any of the other assassins other than Chaos. Wouldn't be good on any of the tanks, really. Would be good on Sizzler, I guess. Pretty good. But yeah, that does it, guys. That does it. This is gonna be an interesting week. This is pretty much the first week where we have towers after the tower meta has kind of become a thing. We've had Castle Defender in plenty of team wars before, and it's never really been a huge impact. I will say they're not as effective if you can't have cock magic and stuff like that. But like I said, if you just lead with the tower behind your New Kid, you're just kind of at an advantage if the enemy doesn't have tower. Because even at a low level, that's still pretty good value, pretty good damage, and it stays there for a long time. So your cycle is gonna come back quicker. And if you lead with Shield Maiden with a tower out, and Shield Maiden dies before the tower comes out, Shield Maiden cycles before the tower. So it's just pretty good. So nowhere for anyone to comment. We were talking about that earlier, how we could go to maybe Reddit and pull some Reddit posts. We could go to Discord and maybe find some, find one of the channels in Discord to kind of look at, maybe like the suggestions one or something like that. Although at this point, suggestions are kind of a moot point. But we'll see. Maybe I was saying maybe we'll make it like a Q&A thing where we just like kind of just chat with chat for a little bit, and I actually have a way to get you guys into chat and like leave a video message, and we can go off that and just it's basically it's gonna become our game pretty soon, and eventually when the game does get shut down, they have the source code like mirrored onto GitHub. Somebody jacked that a long time ago, and so they could recreate the game on a private server, and actually it probably wouldn't be fucking terrible. So you never know, the game might be around for a lot longer than you think. Not sure why you would necessarily play it in that sense, because you'd probably like have a max 7 account. But I mean, if you had max 7 cards, would you play just for the competition? That's a good question. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. If you had max level cards, would you still play? And would you just play to see how good you are, because you wouldn't have any excuses about, I just lost because of my card levels or something? If you had a full max 7. I would. I don't know if I would.
Jimmy James 267 wants to say, herp derp. Durga 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 durga.
Durga durga street. Nice. It's funny because I think in my head I would, because I'd want to just compete and it'd be fun. But at the same time, I have a pretty much max account in Champion Strike, and I don't play that all the time just to see how good I can do. So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to have all cards leveled so that you could truly make whatever deck you want. And I think you'd see a lot more diversity in your deck, because a lot of the reason that you always see the same decks is because that's what people have leveled up. That's what they have leveled up. So what are you going to do? Tattooed, welcome back. All right, guys, it's 4 minutes until tip-off. Well, usually the game doesn't start till like 15 minutes. So we're going to get out of here, get some food, and enjoy the game. Hopefully it's a win. I'll be depressed if it's not, but honestly, I wouldn't, because when you're maxed out all your cards, what are you even playing for? Yeah, that's the thing. At that point, you'd be playing for the competition of the game and to prove yourself as a player, kind of. It'd be the same reason you're playing Apex Legends or something like that. But I would argue that, like, at that same time, those games all have battle passes and stuff that you have to achieve by playing a bunch. So in order to get these battle passes, you have to play probably more than you have to for South Park battle passes, right? You have all these challenges and shit. Yeah, I agree, Florida man. I would hate to be. I'm Central Time, and it's tough to be a Warriors fan sometimes because some of their games will finish 1 o'clock. But I can't imagine being on the East Coast and it'd be like 2 o'clock. Like shit. Because what? It's 8. It's 8 for me. So yeah, so it's 9 o'clock. Pretty late. I guess that's when the normal season games start for me is 9. Yeah, most of the Warriors games start at 9:30. So yeah, I feel you. I that exact same time. I completely feel you with how, like, I can't tell you how many comebacks I missed because I fell asleep in the fourth quarter. Hope they come out with SPPD 2. Maybe. I'd be interested to know if, like, maybe Red Links had an expiring license to the game, to the South Park content, and once it's gone, they'll be able to make somebody else will be able to make another South Park mobile game. That'd be interesting. I don't think I'd play it if it wasn't like the same type. If it was a South Park game that was like AFK Arena or something like that, where it's like your units are there and they just like attack each other for fucking 5 minutes, I don't think I would like that. What's up, Bilbo? But yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm sure if that was in the works, especially if it was in the works by Red Links or by Ubisoft, they would have already told us about it. Like, that would have been part of saying, hey, the game's ending, but number 2's on the horizon, so don't freak out, right? but that would still be terrible. I mean, they did that with there was a One Punch Man game, and they just made a second one, and it's like the same fucking thing. Like, same thing. It's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare versus Modern Warfare 2. It's like the same fucking game. But I imagine you lost all your progress. Like, it's just crazy. I'm sure they, fixed some core stuff and built it in a way where they could, maybe be more expansive and, not have to make a third game. But it's still crazy to think, I got all these SSR things, and all of a sudden it's a new fucking game. Like, that's just crazy. South Park's 5 years is pretty good. I'd like to think it could probably still go on for 3 more years, but it really depends on the player base. If all of a sudden I can't get a game in Team Wars, then the game's gonna start dying. Once people start not getting matches, then those people will quit, which will make other people not get matches, which will make more people quit. So next South Park game gonna be console. Dude, imagine if they make a South Park game that's like that new Harry Potter game coming out, where it's like this massive like RPG that'd be just crazy. Like a full 3D one. Like Stick of Truth is dope, but it's not like 3D, It's not 3D worlds. Well, it sort of is. It's kind of hard. It's like 2.5D almost. But maybe you couldn't do that with South Park, I guess. But you could computer animate them. Yeah, you could do that. They did that in the N64. But anyway, whether or not we continue playing South Park forever, we're going to be streaming for the foreseeable future. We have plenty of games that are just like South Park that we play that we can jump into that, multiple people will fall right into. And I mean, honestly, when I started playing these other games, because of how much I played South Park, I understand the game a lot, and it doesn't take long to just become very good at it. In Champion Strike, I can play some of the top 10 people in the game and beat them. Like, I've definitely done that before. In World War II, I've beaten the top players before. Like, it's all kind of the same game, It's just like different units. And in some cases, the units are the same. Sometimes it's like, oh, this unit is just this unit, or oh, this unit is just this unit. It's like League of Legends and all those other MOBA games. Oh, this is just Ash, or oh, this is just, Teemo or whatever. It's just like the same thing. Thankful they did the Call Girl mission. That's funny. I never finished the Call Girl mission on any of my accounts. I thought they were all stupid, and I really liked the dark mode, so I'd never finished them. Which is actually funny, because I think my Call Girl is actually sitting 15 out of 16 right now that I think about it. So I should see if I might have gotten the Call Girl, but not gotten the Mysterion. I should see on my main account if I did that. That'd be funny. If I have sitting on one that's getting my Call Girl to 5 at the end of the game. But anyway, I'll see you guys. I'll get this up on YouTube. I appreciate you. We will be doing another stream tomorrow as per usual. We'll do some South Park, then we'll play some Chorus. We're going to see if we can get that game beaten. We're very close to the end. And then we're going to move on to another one, some Steam game that we're going to be playing. But I appreciate you guys. Peace out. Have a good one. And we'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.